What's going on, YouTube fam? Welcome back to the Kimberly Bonse channel. Hello, chosen ones. Hello, family. I'm glad you're back. This is gonna be an awesome week, and yeah, we're gonna, what comes next. We're gonna talk about awesome things. We do that all the time. Yeah, chicka, yeah. How was everybody's weekend? Yeah, hang loose. What'd you do? Whatever it was, I hope it was big up, and that you're well rested. Monday, I woke up late today, and it felt so good. I slept until 11:32 a.m. Like, holy smokes, man. You guys, literally, like, holy smokes, Just had the best, most fun night last night. And, like, gonna have, like, the best day today again. Like, it was really, like, poopy for a second there, it felt like, in my life. But now things feel, like, really nice again. So, we're here for this wave. And this is what we do. We're just pieces. We're just, like, blips on the radar. It's just, like, life has that ebb and flow. So, I'm down. I'm game. Oh, she game. So I played soccer last night. That was a wicked, oh my gosh, that was the nicest soccer field I've ever played on. I literally felt like Messi or something. Like, I felt like a professional soccer player. Like, that's how nice it was. It felt like a stadium. It's on the pier, so it's like literally on the water, and it was crazy. It was so nice. It was like, it literally felt like a stadium. It was like, that's the nicest. And yeah, we played on the courtyard, but apparently, like, the rooftop field where you, like, look out and you see all of, the skyline, and then the river, the water reflecting back on the like, skylights on the water. If you guys look up Pier 40 on the Hudson River, it's so Hudson River Parkway. It is so gorgeous. Oh my gosh. But yeah, they said the courtyard turf is even smoother and really, really fast than the courtyard. But we played, and it was skins versus shirts, and it was funny because I was like the only chick, and that's kind of what happens at these games. Like, it's mostly just, a bunch of guys showing up to play pickup soccer. But I'm sure there'll be some ladies in the future that I get to meet who play soccer too. He said that the team that he asked me to join at the end was co-ed, so that'd be nice. But it was literally wicked. Like, I don't know why, but I keep having this one specific example come to mind over and over again in my mind. So I kind of usually take that as my intuition and, like, gifts that tell me in its own unique way how to share the information to the world that I feel led to share. So I thought it was really interesting how men problem solve. Like, it's so quick and nonchalant, cavalier, that it's like, I'll give you the story, because, like, this would have been a totally different situation, like the soccer game last night, and then that'll tie into what we're talking about today. So without further ado, the title of the vid is shortcuts are for winners. No, sorry, I'm still waking up. Yeah, woo. The shortcuts are for losers and faith is for winners. But okay, so the example from last night was like, it was 10v10, and then we noticed in second half that one of the guys on the shirt team had gone home, so they were outnumbered by our team, and so the guy who like wasn't technically captain, but he just kind of like took that leadership position naturally. At least that's how I responded to it, because I showed up late to the game, but the game hadn't started yet, so I showed up like perfect timing, even though I was like 15 minutes late. And I was like running with my longboard. Like literally last night, you guys, was like literally one of the best nights of my life. Like I had like a shitty ass weekend. Like a lot of tears this weekend. Like I'll be honest with you, but I needed to like heal and go through what I was going through. So I intentionally let myself grieve and regulate as such. And then I kind of like pulled myself and got back up Sunday night. And instead of like going and doing like a normal thing, like going for whatever, I like went and did something new, the soccer game, and I was feeling really led. And so at this game, they were like, yeah, you need to switch. And so the guy who I responded to, he was like kind of telling me like, okay, so he was just like the one that like took leadership naturally as soon as I showed up. And he was like, but like, you know, like those people that just naturally have that and like tell other people what to do, and the other people just like respond and respect it, you know, like he was just that kind of a guy. And then we were like, okay, listening to what he's like in the second half, he was like, okay, so we need a team member from black or from shirts to switch to our team skins, because you're outnumbered right now. And you know, this is like pickup soccer, so some guys know each other from just kind of being on the field and like being in the program. It's called Just Play. It's like an app, but it's like also like you can log in onto like a web portal, but it's like a sports like meetup group, you know, and then they do it in different cities and like different types of groups. It's awesome. And like dance, like bowling, like literally every kind of sport. So there was no one responding because we don't really know everyone's names, you know, like it's pickup soccer. It's like strangers coming together to play. So it was kind of like weird, like nobody was like doing anything. And so then he was like, he repeated himself and he's like, okay, so we need a team member from shirts to come to skins. Yeah, in order to make the teams even. And he said that twice, and then still nobody was volunteering, because that team was winning. We were losing by like 4. It was like I think we lost like 7-3, 7-4, something like that. And then they got like one more, and we played till last goal wins. Like it was getting like competitive towards the end too, but we still got it handed to us. So nobody wanted to switch over to our team, and I'm just saying the way that guys problem solve, it's so quick and logical. It's really nice, and it's just like, yeah, that's how it like it just. This is why like men are so nice, like in this way, like. Because I'm just saying, if girls' team versus another girls' team, and there wasn't anybody like switching, and one girl like was telling everyone else to like have a team member switch to this team, it wouldn't have been as quick of a problem solving as these fellows last night made it. But last night, when nobody was saying anything after he told everybody twice, okay, we need another player to switch. Okay, so we're gonna need another player to switch. And then, like, waiting for somebody to, like, listen to that. And then nobody was doing that. So then a guy on the team with the shirt said, last knee down. And everyone kneeled on one knee. And then whoever was the last was the one who had to, like, go and volunteer to the other team. And I just, like, thought that was brilliant. Because it was, like, nobody wanted to switch to the other team. Because my team, we were losing, like, by 3. It was a really good game. We just, like, couldn't, and it was fine. So, nobody wanted to switch. And I just thought the way that guy on the team was like, okay, last knee down. And then everyone kneeled really quickly on one knee, and then the last man down, like, went to our team. And I was like, huh. Because, like, if it was girls trying to problem solve, that would have turned into, like, okay, why is nobody listening? Okay, you bitches. Like, it would have been a different scenario, and like it would have been more chatter. Like, girls handle things like are more collaborative, tend to be more collaborative in their problem solving approaches, and chattery. Like, women are more vocal in general about everything. men are like conditioned and raised to, yeah, of course, be social, but be social in a way where it's like everything's suppressed. You can't show that you're sad. You can't show too much happiness. You can't be like too like anything. Like when you're a man, if you're too affectionate, then you're seen as like, ooh, whatever, like negative connotations with that. Like there's almost a negative connotation with any man showing too much emotion in general. That's the point I'm getting at, because it's looked down upon. So we can see how that turns out though in problem solving, and how it's actually a benefit, because like men were just more like, okay, let's get this solved. Like it was quick and it was logical, pragmatic even, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, cool. And guys are like chill just in general, like a lot more like, because they're like, yeah, it's like reserved. There's like a lot more reserve with men, and then I like, that's like the tip of the iceberg. And then for women, I feel like everything's just like more like on the sleeve. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to problem solving. So I think it's interesting. And I always have to like, share what I feel led to share. So with that being said, that's like kind of talking about shortcuts and how in life you can't, I guess there's no shortcuts when it comes to like problem solving either. Like you gotta have to just like face the awkwardness, face the ish, face the situation, face the music even, and then that's like when you're like, okay, I'm like this is I just like totally got distracted because I saw like, I get so easily distracted sometimes when okay, so there's like no shortcuts in life, and so I mean you can take them, but those are for losers, and so that's like for the point. And when I say like losers, I just mean somebody who's like willing to find an excuse rather than make a way. And so I also have like this other notion in my mind that I've written about in the past, but it's like losers find excuses, winners find a way. So that's like a subtitle, subtext of what we got going today. Because there's a lot about life where it's about problem solving, and so personally for me, sometimes I just avoid the whole thing together, and then I don't have to like deal with it, and like that is a form of problem solving, but it's a very passive shortcut method. In fact, sometimes it is the answer to not deal. I will say that for like a little bit, you know what I'm saying, because you need time for your emotions or whatever to catch up to speed and recalibrate and like settle into like the sitch, because when there's problems, it's like it's not always like easy right away to identify what is like the core issue. It's not always easy, and so sometimes that's why like in relationships and whatnot, communication is obviously key, but it's like different, because one man's treasure is another man's folly. So what if like so when we're looking at life, we have to understand that the shortcuts are really a longer route for you in that last 100-meter stretch of like the sprint of life. And so if you just stay in your lane the whole time, and you don't swerve in and cut into lane 1 for a shortcut and try and get like a shorter distance, and like, well, I guess it's actually all the same no matter what lane it is, but I mean, like, let's say maybe like you're cutting through the field because you just don't want to run the whole lap. That's like causing more work for you later on, because then the referee guy with his clipboard and his hat and like sunscreen, still kind of like splashed on his face, he's like, yeah, ma'am, you need to run the whole lap. You understand? Okay. Because you're gonna have, like, either way, you're gonna have to, like, either be disqualified from competing or, like, go again. So that's why it's like shortcuts. That's just an example, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, that's why shortcuts are for losers, and winners who see the long-term game are like, okay, let me put in all the work the first time and I won't have to do it again. And so I just thought it was really cool how the guys solved that last night. It was quick, it was logical, and it was we were back to playing the game. So you know, it's interesting to put two and two together of shortcuts and problems, because it's like, even just like avoiding the issue could be a shortcut in and of itself. So problem solving is the long-term gain, and having personal company, having a personal business, having a successful, interpersonal relationships, all of those are benefited from when there's work put in without, like, a shortcut here, a shortcut there, a shortcut here. You know, half-assing this one project and half-assing this other project, but somehow still made it in the top 500 companies with Forbes magazine. It's like not exactly like that one guy or that one gal who, like, had literally lost sleep most of their nights. That's gonna be the person who, like, never, like, you know, maybe seldom, very frequently, rarely, never once, like, took a shortcut. Like, that's gonna be the person whose hard work will be harvested and reaped in the end if they do not give up. Which leads us to all these awesome verses, but these are Bible verses regarding faith, and that's also the other point too. It's like, so it's like, the other point is that shortcuts are for losers and faith is for winners. It too. That's like subtitle the video, I guess. And when we have faith, we're always gonna win. Always. Even if it's just the size of a mustard seed, you guys. How cool is that? We're always gonna win. Are you kidding me? With just the size of a mustard seed? Yeah, because it will grow and grow and grow the more you do that. And call out to God, which we see right here perfectly in Corinthians 5:7. For we walk by faith, not by sight. And then this one too, Romans 10:17. So faith comes from hearing, and hearing through the word of Christ. See? Perfect. Beautiful, right? Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. And we'll end the video with Luke 1:37. I hope you guys have a really wonderful week. For nothing will be impossible with God. Luke 1:37. For nothing will be impossible with God. How's that for some Monday morning energy, you guys? Take that and... Oh, shit. It's okay. No, everything's fine. Okay. I still... I'm such a spaz. I don't know why I have to sit and perch like a weirdo and, like, make my own type of sitting furniture. But I do. It's just I'm like a perching. I just perch. I like to perch next to windows. So you guys, I'm just so excited for this week. Like, I'm already thinking about the next content for tomorrow. Like, I can't wait to do the next video. With that being said, there's a lot of awesome content coming up, and I hope you're here for it. And I hope you've been enjoying the output recently too. Like, this is my third week of being consistent, or is it my second week? I feel like it's like my third week of, like, Monday through Friday consistency, and it feels really darn good, y'all. It really does. You know, once I realized what my weakest link is, which was consistency, and now I'm like as strong as my weakest link, and now Monday through Friday consistently, and you know, it feels amazing to, like, commit to something that I can deliver. because for so long I always had the energy to commit to want to do projects, but then it'd be like the delivery would be under delivery, and I kept over committing, and I had to learn that, you know. I'm like 28 now, and I finally like learned that, yeah, being real about your capacity is like the best way to always, you know, never violate my own integrity and or disappoint myself and others, because my actions and my words are matching. You know, that's good. That's good. Not everything. I'm not perfect, but I'm saying I'm showing up Monday through Friday for 20-minute videos. Like, that's good, and I'm really pleased. I'm really pleased. I feel like I kind of broke my little stink or funk about consistency, and really found the reason to go all in. So, yay! I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. Stay tuned. Come back tomorrow. We hang out again. I love you guys so much. You know what comes next. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Stay chosen. Peace.